26, 27. Hear it.
No, I apologize.
You can apologize, but we caught you alive. Was he an absconder for a while?
Yes, sir.
For how long?
According to this report, 2 years and
Because this thing was filed
4 months.
October 2nd, 2023, which is 2.5 years ago. And we never got around to the hearing until, I guess, you walked off the job essentially on September 14th of 2023. And
This defendant told the court he had reasons for not reporting, but the judge quickly made one thing clear: 2 years of silence is not an excuse. What followed was a tense probation violation hearing focused on accountability, trust, and repeated failure to comply.
never found your way back that day. Does it show when he was
Just a second.
put into custody?
I can find it.
When was the last time the probation saw him?
Well, since he posted bond, he has been reporting to the probation department.
I'm talking about from the time he stopped reporting until he came back. What period of time is that?
Take me into custody.
Yeah, he found his way back, according to authorities, with authorities' help. See, the thing, you have to report, or you're not on probation. That's the essence. You're on supervision, or you're not. And I tell them, if you can't do anything else, you got to report.
He was arrested on December 16th, 2025. And after he
But that was 2 years.
The case centered around a probation order that required consistent reporting to authorities. According to court records, the defendant failed to report for approximately 2 years, prompting concerns from probation officers and the court. The judge immediately questioned how supervision could function at all under such conditions.
From 23, when he last failed to report.
after he pled, he was released on February 9th. And then he's reporting.
How much time do we have on him?
It's not a lot, Your Honor. Just doing the real fast math here, it's a little over 2 months. About 65, 70 days.
Get it accurate.
Mm.
How much money?
No, I mean, I'm just guesstimating.
Maybe it's plea time or something.
All right.
Your Honor, at the appropriate time, Mr. Renfro wanted to address the court to give for an explanation.
Then we're ready on what should be done. Who wants to start?
Defer to Lynn.
Yes, I didn't report. Wow. That's what happened. I had COVID. I saw my paperwork against the court. I sent to my scary my probation officer. And somehow they didn't get it. I guess I sent an email.
For 2 years, so.
Oh, yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Explanation is not.
Oh,
2 years.
I want to hear it.
But that was
Don't start off with once upon a time.
over the phone verbally that taking care of my business with him and keep reporting over the phone to him. I know he had a job that he was still marked as not showing up, but I was reporting over the phone to him.
Were you?
She was not there. It was
Yeah, I don't believe that either, because that's not the way we worked. And COVID was in 2020.
The defendant attempted to explain the gap in reporting, citing communication issues and personal difficulties. He also claimed that he had attempted to stay in contact, but the court noted that records did not support his version of events. At that point, credibility became a central issue in the hearing.
And it passed on reporting soon enough. It wasn't for years. He failed to report September 14th, 2023. It's not COVID. It's not COVID. Come on. And you were gone for 2 years. That's not COVID. Over 3 years before you just walked off the job. contacted the officer on February 11th of this year, stating you would not be able to report for your visit due to lack of transportation for February 13th, 2026 at 1:45. You failed to report. On February 13th, which prompted the officer to contact you and inquire why you had. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
What did you tell him?
I was seeking out for 5 paperwork.
I'm sorry.
I was seeking out for 5 paperwork.
Probation records and GPS monitoring were then discussed in court. According to officials, the defendant had multiple violations, including missed check-ins and inconsistent compliance with supervision requirements. The judge pointed out that probation depends entirely on consistent reporting. Without it, supervision effectively breaks down.
A lot of trust to the people, but when the trust is found to be broken, you've lost your credibility. I wouldn't trust you either. I think you've broken the trust.
The court said continuing him on probation.
I
I think he said continuing the probation.
The officer is reluctant to recommend continuing his probation.
Does that mean she's reluctantly recommending that he do?
No,
continue to-
he's reluctant.
This doesn't just say.
He knows what it is. He's playing semantics.
But it doesn't appear that she's really not sure. I think there might be something like this.
I know the lady, and I know what she wants. I know what she's trying to convey. We're disappointed.
Yeah, I apologize, sir. I didn't.
You can apologize, but we caught you lying. Anyway,
I don't see anything other than just repeated infractions of the same deal. He wants this on his terms and his terms alone, and that's not how we operate, Judge.
the whole thing is bad enough. He failed to report, and he was absconding for how long?
2 years and 4
I mean,
months.
that's hard to explain away.
Performance while he was on the bond pending the disposition of the case, and whatever his actions were, I guess, speak for themselves through the probation department.
I mean, he was sentenced to 5. Well, the thing is this once again, it's if you can't do anything else, you got to report. You have to report, if nothing else. And you were AWOL.
Did you?
Have you ever been
Yes,
in the military? Well, when you're AWOL, it's not good.
He wanted to. Did you say what you're going to say?
When I was thunder, I had an opportunity for a railroad as a job, a train conductor. I was trying to get there.
I don't care. You were supposed to report. You missed reporting for over 26 times? 26, 27 times in a row.
Mm.
Nobody does that. And what's good for one is good for all. If I said, okay, I'm passing Mr. Renfro, then everybody would say, I want the Gregory Renfro rule. I can trail off for 2 years and come and wander back, and we'll pick up where we left off. I can't do that.
The defense attempted to justify the behavior, referencing personal hardship and life circumstances. However, prosecutors argued that repeated violations over such a long period could not be overlooked. The judge emphasized that accountability applies equally to all individuals under supervision.
If I've always said it. 19 plus years. If you can't do anything, you got to report, or else you're really not on probation. You're on your own probation, which is the tail wagging the dog. It's not working. It doesn't work naturally, right? I mean, I'm willing to drag you across the finish line in some cases just to get you finished, but you got to do the heavy lifting. And 2 years plus is a long time. Any of those days, 800 days, any of those days, you could have walked up and said, before y'all go said something, it's gotten the best of me. I'm here and I want to pick up, please have mercy. But no, you got arrested, right? Yes, you got arrested. You didn't, we had to find you. And that's not the way it should be. Yeah,
Go ahead. One reason tonight.
yes, sir.
My mom died in January, and in January is when I had to drink. So that was my reason.
All right. Look,
Look,
it's not the drink that's carrying the day. It's the failure to report for 2+ years. That's what life includes death. So we all have happiness and we all have agony when we lose loved ones, but we just don't quit. It makes me teary-eyed. But your mother would want what you want to be is proud for your mother. The 5 is the minimum, is what we're dealing with here, because it was 5 years that was suspended, and you were placed on 10 years. Yeah, I'm sorry. There you go. Okay, Judge. Thank you. So, once again, I find there is sufficient evidence supporting this motion to grant it by a preponderance of the evidence or greater, as allegation 1 is proven true by a preponderance of the evidence or greater, and your probation is hereby revoked. You are sentenced to 5 years in prison, and you will be given credit for all time you have served in accordance with this case. And good luck to you, sir. I have Stephen Allen.
But that was my last one.
In the end, the court found multiple probation violations and revoked supervision. The defendant was sentenced to prison time, with credit given for time already served. The judge concluded by stressing that probation is a responsibility, not an option, and failure to comply carries serious consequences.